Hello and welcome to Birdeye Live, the show that's dedicated to the digital transformation of local businesses everywhere. I am your host, Justin Meredith, and join me as we learn from industry experts about the how and the why for taking your business online and claiming the most valuable real estate on the internet, that first page of Google. And today's episode is a special one because we are joined by Birdeye's very own Senior Vice President of Products, Anil Panguluri. And welcome to the show, Anil. How are you doing today?
I am doing great. I'm really particularly excited about the topic, AI. It's caught the imagination of all of us, especially the last 2-3 months, and it's amazing. And the good thing is that we have barely scratched the surface of how it can be put to use. So I'm super excited for today's topic.
Same here. And like you said, it has been flooding the headlines of pretty much everywhere that I've been reading. It's all over LinkedIn. It's all over Twitter. AI has definitely taken the world by storm. So thank you again for joining us today. And since this is your first time on Birdeye Live, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you arrived at Birdeye?
Yeah, I am the head of products. I oversee the product roadmap and product management function, design function at Birdeye. And I've been building digital customer experience platform at Birdeye for the last 4 years. And it's been amazing. I am loving every bit of it. I'm really energized by the value that we're bringing to local businesses, local brands of all sizes. And my background is, 2 decades of building products, both for consumers as part of Yahoo, and also for small and medium-sized businesses and enterprises at Ring Central. And I'm really glad to join this session today.
That's awesome. And, building a strong and effective digital customer experience, if you're a local business, I mean, that's what you have to do in today's day and age. Being able to provide a seamless process, whether you're in the medical field and you're trying to have your patients easily schedule an appointment with you or process a payment, or even just find you online. Being visible online is one of the most important things that you can do in order to stay competitive in today's day and age. And now implementing AI and things like that is just another step in that process. And so in last week's episode of Birdeye Live, we talked about some of the amazing things happening within Birdeye. And one of those things was the launch of our new initiative called AI Everywhere. And the name, it's a spot on name because it really does feel like we are reading, seeing, and hearing about AI everywhere. And Anil, you're actually one of the lead minds behind this initiative. And before we dive into what this initiative means and how it's going to help Birdeye's customers, can you give us a little bit, or what's your take on this recent surge of AI development and what it could mean for businesses moving forward?
The recent surge is driven by a couple of different inflection points. In fact, it almost feels like the initial days of the web. And we're doing this all over again. Initial days of social, we're doing this all over again. AI has been, in the realm of large companies that can spend millions of dollars, set up thousands of computers to put like some of the algorithms to use. Think of like airlines setting ticket prices, or stock traders trading stocks in real time with intelligence. So A lot of investment went into utilizing AI and it was for companies that are very large. And in the recent past, what has happened is that AI is now, economical for any business to use, and the way it is deployed and the servers it requires is much lower. Plus, the deployment of AI computing on the cloud made it accessible for everybody. So that's one big thing that has changed, and it's super exciting time for us to bring the best of that to our businesses. The second thing that happened is the language models have really taken off, and languages are complex things, and to make sense of language and to understand what people are saying and so on and so forth, it is complex. It requires billions of transactions, billions of things that the machines have to look for to make sense of all of it. And now it has come to maturity. The AI models that are built to understand language have become so human-like that they are ready now for use in real practical scenarios for most of our businesses that really don't have millions of dollars of budget. And one last thing is that the industry majors like Google and Facebook and now called Meta, of course, and Microsoft, they're investing billions of dollars to make this technology accessible, really kind of evolving in real time almost, to kind of bring it all to a good, useful state so we can build applications, features, and products on top of it. So rewards and all, it feels like, it is evolving very, very quickly. You might see some positive, negative, and when you use it, it feels amazing. And we can't wait to make good use of whatever is available and bring it all to our customers and for their use cases.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like you nailed it. It feels like every single day we're hearing a new update or something else is coming out within the developments of AI. I'm pretty sure ChatGPT 4 just came out like yesterday. And so it has been an absolute whirlwind. And actually you hit a perfect point about the accessibility of it. And I think that opens up an entirely new world of possibilities for small and local businesses to find a way to use it for their benefit and without having to spend millions of dollars to try to access this kind of technology. And so, and that's a big reason why we're having our webinar tomorrow, is to discuss how small and local businesses can actually use it to their advantage and to get ahead of the curve in some ways. So it is definitely a wild time right now, but I think one thing is for certain, and that is AI is here to stay. And that leads me back to our AI and Everywhere initiative. And so can you tell us a little bit more about what this initiative is and what it means for Birdeye's customers?
Yeah, exactly. As we think about a customer experience, it really spans the entire flywheel, right? And how customers find the business, how customers understand the services and products that they offer, being able to interact with the business to negotiate a price or get clarifications or set up an appointment, and so on and so forth, and then to kind of getting the service delivered and getting paid, and and so on and so forth. And from a business standpoint, to understand customer experience after the service got delivered. So this entire flywheel can be enhanced multifold by injection of several features of AI. So think of social, for example. Folks want to have great social presence, and we recently launched a product to help folks publish to multiple social platforms in one place. And if you inject AI, you would be able to understand the best time to post when you and your customers may be online. If you inject AI, you can actually create some social posts that might be aligning with the social trends that are happening out there in real time. You might even be able to create images to support what you want to promote. And AI is capable of doing all this. And if you think, hey, managing all these social platforms is too hard for me, AI can help to make it easy and probably economical to have that in your web presence, not just a website. So what used to be hard, while there were solutions, it can now be easy and economical with addition of AI. You can go on to other examples around web chat. How do you answer questions in a more human-like way? Sorry about that. You can answer questions about some questions based on the content that's on your website. You can set appointments intelligently so as to minimize no-shows. You can ask for payment at the right time when your customers are able to pay. You can gather much better insights around the sentiment of a customer, not just overall or whether they're happy or not, but sentiment based on certain criteria, like are they happy about your cleanliness? Are they happy about your timeliness? Are they happy about the salesperson that sold the product? Are they happy about the price? So all of these things are possible now at a much deeper level because of the capabilities of AI.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's really interesting that you said that, especially about social. I used to work as a social media manager, and the thing about social is that it moves so fast, and there's so much going on all the time. Like trends are changing constantly. The platforms themselves are changing constantly, and trying to manage that, especially if you have like 50 locations of a business and you have an individual Facebook page for each of them, trying to keep up with all of that is basically impossible, or it's a full-time job for more than one person. And so, being able to manage that data and use it in an effective way and actually improve, because you're able, the AI is able to provide that smart, analysis and those insights is just it's insanely valuable. And I think that whenever we are able to do that, it can sit, especially on the local business where these guys, they don't have millions of dollars in budgets for all these kinds of things, but when you can do it in a cost effective way, it can be absolutely game changing. And so this leads us back to our webinar that we're having tomorrow. And I'm super excited for this one. This is going to be one of my most anticipated and favorite webinars that I think I'm going to be having while I'm at Birdeye right now. And that is the AI revolution, how to stay ahead in a changing landscape. And this is going to be a really special conversation because we're bringing together 4 industry experts in various industries to come together and talk about AI, how it's going to impact your business. We're going to answer questions about what is that impact? How will it change the way that your customers discover and interact with you? Where will we feel the most impact from AI? And so that's why tomorrow we're having this panel join us. And you're going to be hearing from SEO and Google expert Steve Wiedemann, who's been on a few of our webinars in the past and has been amazing in providing all kinds of helpful tips and insights. Ben Fisher will also be joining us, and he is a Google product diamond level expert. I think there's only like 2 people with that kind of qualification in the country. And also Brett Tapke, who's the founder of PubCon, will also be joining us. And lastly, also to round out the panel, Nate Chambers, Birdeye's very own chief data scientist. And all of these guys are coming together tomorrow live to break down what is going on with AI. And we're going to figure out what you can do to prepare yourself, to prepare your local business for this wave and for all of these upcoming developments and the newest technologies that are coming out, what seems to be like every single day. And it's going to be tomorrow at 12 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Pacific. And if you can't register for the webinar then, or you can't make it to the live presentation, you should still register because we will send you a link to the recording after it's done. So there's no reason to miss it. Be sure to go and sign up for the webinar. It's going to be an awesome discussion, and it's going to be great. And it looks like we're nearing the end of our time today, Anil. I just wanted to say thank you for joining us. It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Justin. I'm not going to miss this. It's going to be amazing. Looking forward to tuning in tomorrow into the webinar. Thank you, Justin.
Awesome. And thank you everyone for tuning in. Be sure to check the comments for the link to the webinar, and we'll see you next time on Birdeye Live.